YouTube. Quinn Wade coming to out that hot topic basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. We're gonna come to y'all again with another video. This time is on Ayo Dosunmu getting 5 years, $112 million, and that's a lot of money for Dosunmu. But he really showed that he fits what they're trying to do and what they're trying to accomplish as a team and as a franchise. Two-way player, ball handler, decision maker, can hit a three, can get to the basket, can knock down free throws. It all makes sense, but he also has a player option for year 5 of the contract, so he can opt out if he wants to get some more money or get a longer extension, or he can just take it depending on how that year or how his career goes in the future. This gives him more decision and more flexibility for his career and just leaves him more options, which is fair, and he earned it. He deserves it, and it makes sense, for him to make that type of contract and be able to agree to that with the team that felt like he was a good piece for them to try to get and take a gamble on, which is obviously the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Wolves did trade Rob Dillingham in 4 second-round picks to Chicago at the trade deadline to get him. So second-round picks ain't that crazy. I mean, you're not going to be too mad about those. We do have to see how this trade plays out. Rob Dillingham did have some flashes, and he did do some things for Chicago before the season was over. And you never know what those picks can turn out to be, but you know for sure what Dosunmu can do, and you know what, he's a really good player, and he's a guy that can start for you and guard and defend multiple positions and do some really good things. I mean, he did average 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in 24 regular season games with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So he shows that he fits. He shows that, it's mutual. And he showed, them that I'm willing to work with y'all. I don't even want to test free agency if I don't have to. And if y'all give me the contract that I'm looking for or around that, let's get this deal done. And I don't even have to test free agency. I'll just stay with y'all and see what we can build, see what we can really do, and let's go to war. Let's go to battle with what we have, and let's figure it out throughout these next couple years and try to win. And like I said, they're going to need them. In the other video, when Julius Randle got traded, they have lost a lot of wings and a lot of guards. So, they're going to need one of them to stick around with Anthony Edwards, and this is the best one that they could find and get their hands on. So they went out there and made the move, and it ended up working out for me even in the playoffs. And you just hope that they can continue it and continue to have fun and compete at a high level. So I ain't got nothing really negative to say about this one. This is the cost for those do-it-all guys, the guys that can do multiple things. And you want a player that can do as much as they can. You want a guy that can bring to the table and be as versatile as possible on the basketball court for you. The more they can do, and the harder they are to guard, the more harder you are to guard as a team, and the more difficult it is to beat you. So that's the way they had to look at it, especially when they seen that it worked in the regular season. They seen how he was able to elevate his game a little bit in the playoffs, and now they got to continue to build the rough edges around this roster, which has been tough for them to do. And we'll see if they can build a legitimate team again for next season and try to go for the championship. It's going to be tough because they are close to that cap, and they really going to be restricted to do a lot of things to dramatically improve the roster. But that's why they had to get rid of Randall. They're looking at it like we have to go all in on our youth movement, go all in on the players that we've been trying to build around, and let them develop and let them play, out the season with more time and more room, and hopefully experience and development can turn them into better players than we have seen before. That's the only real way for them to do it right now, because it's going to be hard for them to get big-time free agents, and it's going to be hard for them to make a big trade without downgrading. That's what they've been doing a lot of throughout these last couple of years, is downgrading their roster to not get hit by the salary cap and not get hit by the aprons. And it makes sense business-wise, but when you're trying to win a championship, you need the best roster you can make and get to be able to have the best chance of getting to the finals and winning the championship. And that's something that they've been getting further away from, and it looks like it's going to be the case this up-and-coming season as well. But at the same time, they have put themselves in a situation when they have been one of the better teams in the Western Conference for the last couple of years. And they did take a step back, but things played a part into that was out of their control, like the injuries, and they just had to accept it and look at it and say, we just gotta see what happens next year, and we'll go as the season goes, make some moves at the trade deadline, might do some buyout players, and try to build this roster as good as we can throughout the season and throughout the off season. And then on top of that, see what happens in the playoffs and make more moves. And we got to see how long Anthony Edwards is going to be committed to this roster and committed to trying to win in Minnesota. And that's all you can try to do at this point. But I feel like Dosunmu do fit, and he does bring a lot to the table for this team. And it's better to get him re-signed instead of just losing him for nothing. You gave up a good amount of stuff to get him on this team, and you definitely have to re-sign him for that reason, especially because he is a good player. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. I'll see y'all hopefully later today if it's meant to be, or most likely tomorrow. So, I'm going for now.